Guys, welcome back. I want to give you a crop tour, but I picked a bad time. As you can see, we have thunderstorms coming. I welcome them with open arms. It's been really dry here so far. We did get a very good soaking rain yesterday. I think it was this tropical storm Faye that went through. It dumped a fair amount of rain, and yesterday it wasn't a usual storm that we're used to here in the Northeast. The past couple years it's just been dumping rain in inches, and yesterday we got rain and it was just a steady rain all day. It was beautiful. So I don't think I'm gonna walk out in any of the fields right now, but the corn, I don't know if you can see it from here. You're gonna get struck by lightning maybe. It's very wavy this year, wavy. There were a lot of wet spots this spring. Tillage down here didn't really dry it out, and as you can see, anywhere the manure pile was, we have a bare spot. So I'm used to that. That happened last year. I do have some rye and some radishes to put in those bare spots, so it covers it. But yeah, just wavy. I don't understand it. This spot here, I'm pretty sure it was probably compaction. This is where I went in and out with the manure spreader all the time. But we'll get a crop tour here together for you guys. But yeah, there's definitely something on the way. Guys, we got a project going here. I will fill you in more as time goes on my videos, but it involves the hay bine here, so I got to keep working at this. Today is Saturday. Maybe I'll get a crop tour for you and finally get a video up with an update here. Alright guys, welcome back. It's been, these video clips are over the course of a month, so I did say I'd do a crop tour for you guys. I'm going to let the four-wheeler run since that fan is keeping it cool. We are sitting at 95 degrees today, so not a very cool day, but anyway, you saw in some of the past video clips that I have baled hay. Now this year was my least amount of hay that I have made since I'm on this property, and when I say least, we're under 1,000 bales, so it was a very quick, easy hay season for me. Not much video taken, but the crop tour here. All right, this side of the road was all layer manure, chicken manure. This side of the road is conventional 30% top dress nitrogen. So it's hard to tell a difference here just visually. They're about the same. This looks a little taller because this is up higher, this is lower. They're about the same height, and they look almost identical, and the only way you're going to tell a difference is yield monitor on the combine to see what the difference is. But I know the difference is the cost. The chicken manure was way cheaper than side dressing conventional 30% nitrogen. So cost per acre to grow this corn is going to be a lot less than the cost per acre to grow this corn. So it kind of ties in with what I was saying about beginning farmers and using manure to your advantage for fertility. All right, so this corn here was planted in that old hayfield, and I got to tell you, for comparing this hayfield to the what I did last year, every year I took a hayfield and put corn in it, and this one is doing a lot better, I think, than the first year I grew corn in the other hayfield. Fertility has something to do with it, but I think water right now is the thing, being that was old sod. We are in our second dry spell here this summer. We had a dry spell early on, and no good. I mean, corn was starting to curl up, but then we got a fair amount of rain. And with this heat and no rain for quite a few days here, we're entering a second dry spell. So this corn, all the corn on the farm is taller than it was any past year that I was planting corn here. However, I think it really slowed down the growth with the dry weather. I mean, it's been dry, so there is rain forecast for next week, so we'll see if it snaps out of it. I think a good soaking rain and this will take off. It is not anywhere close to a tassel yet. Usually that happens for me in August, and we're only in July 18th, 19th. So instead of tassel in mid-August, this will be tassel in the beginning of August, I'm thinking. So guys who are tasseling now with this dry, hot weather, it's not not ideal, but it is what it is. All right, I think I'm gonna go back down to the shop. It is brutal out in the sun today. It says it feels like 100 with the humidity, but whatever. But I'm not gonna talk about the soybeans just yet. This would be the 4th year in a row now. The spray for the herbicide did not have much of an impact. I think now I've tried just about every combination of soybean pre and post, and no good. It just does not work on this property. The weeds are so tolerant to everything. I'm gonna have to go to a Liberty dicamba or like a 2,4-D bean. It doesn't work. All the pre and posts that are available, I've tried so many different ones now. This year I thought for sure I'd have something with the pre, and it's still, the weeds still escaped it. So I don't really want to talk about the soybeans. I don't like growing beans, but it is what it is. So I'll cover that in the future. All right, it's not much cooler in the shade, but that's all right. Anyway, the haybine is gone. It's not on the property anymore. I will explain more of what's going on there when I get to it in the future videos. I promise. So yeah, as far as 2020, how's everything going? How does it look? I really don't have any complaints. The only problems I have are the usual problems that are every year problems with the corn anyway. Just wavy, wet. It was real wet in the spring like it has been year after year. So you have problems with wetter spots and corn coming up. And then the stand, I will say, does look really good this year. The stand looks better than it has in a while, so that looks good. And like I say, with the beans, I like to, you guys know more about these different varieties probably than I do, but like a 2,4-D soybean that you can use 2,4-D on, because for one, 2,4-D is cheap and it works. All right, so I'll get another update then once the corn is at tassel and is pollinating, because that's kind of an assessment of what it's going to look like, and then maybe one more in the fall right before harvest. That's what I've been doing the past couple of years. I did look back through my videos, and I usually will do a crop corn tour sometime 2nd, 3rd week of July. It just works out that way. So as far as everything else, everything looks good. Like I say, the soybeans are weedy, but they are growing. They're there. So again, another year of that. But we got to do something for next year. Like I said, I think the conventional soybeans, conventional as far as the non-Liberty dicamba 2,4-D soybeans, it's just not going to work here. Just not. Maybe in like a tillage situation, but not many people. Even a lot of the guys that do conventional tillage don't till for their beans. They still no-till their soybeans. So I don't know. In a tillage situation, maybe being that you can get the early spring weeds ripped up, and I'm not going to do tillage. And a matter of fact, with 4 years now, of no-till, when it's dry like this, I mean, it's dry, I'm surprised the corn isn't curled up more than it is. No-till isn't going to fix everything. It's not the miracle way to farm, but it will preserve soil moisture. So at least that's one good thing I have going here. So, all right, guys, I'll try to get back with you in future videos here, things that are going on. So stay tuned. And as always, thanks for watching.